Bueno, pues vamos a arrancar, perdona. Muy bien, si queda alguien por fuera, vamos a arrancar. Bueno, pues como decíamos, ahora esta primera media hora vamos a tener una sesión con Arsénio y Bruno, que vienen por parte de Torpedo, que son patrocinador del evento. Y bueno, pues gracias a ellos, como os decíamos, hemos podido también cubrir ciertas necesidades y pues que este evento pueda ser para todos y podamos disfrutar de él. Así que nada, muchas gracias por venir y tenéis la palabra.
Gracias. Okay, so our session is going to be in English. We came from Portugal. We speak Spanish, but we are more fluent in English. So apologies for not speaking your language. But all the presentation is in Spanish, so you can follow. And we know that our name is a little bit funny for you. So I think in the end we are going to explain the name Torpedo because it's not related to missiles, nothing related to that. So in the end we are going to show why the name is Torpedo. And so basically we are Torpedo. I'm Arsénio and Bruno. We are the co-CEOs and co-founders of Torpedo. We are based in Portugal, Matosinhos, near Porto. And we started the company in 2019. We have a background in development. We started with SharePoint back in 2003, so a long time ago. And so we develop everything for the Microsoft 365 environment. And we help companies in their digital transformation. And we help them to solve their issues and their continuous growth in the digital transformation. And we use some technologies that you may know, Microsoft 365, of course, and Kentico SMS and Umbraco SMS. They are platforms built with .NET Core, and we also do AI. So we are experts in internet and portals, applications, mobile applications, integrations, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Apps, and also consulting, outsourcing, and maintenance. So some examples, Grupo Naveiro is a Portuguese company that makes coffee, and you may know Delta Cafés. And NASA Motor is one of the, Mercedes, so it's well known. And the technologies that we use, of course, everything related to the Microsoft 365 environment. We do SharePoint Online for internet, document management system, portals, Power Platform, including Power BI, Power Automate, and Power Apps, Microsoft Teams, Kentico, and Umbraco, .NET and Python for backend and integrations, and AI, because AI is all over the place now. We have all the sessions related to AI, so we also do AI. And since our background is SharePoint, we started the company based on SharePoint, and we have a lot of products in the app source for SharePoint, Viva, and Teams. So we have more than 20 products in the Microsoft App Source now. So here are some examples of our web parts and what they do. And since we are Microsoft partners and we are with the ISV program, and when we chat with Microsoft, they are pushing us for building AI products, having our web parts with AI, and with that we developed a tool named TAIB, and this is our first application that will have built-in with agents and multi-agents, of course. And now I pass this to Bruno. He will talk a little bit about this application and what it does.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So this is based, and it's fun because we came to your sessions and funny things came from that. Basically, TAIB is based on Microsoft AutoGen framework. We basically changed the product itself. I don't know if you are familiar with that. I know people are familiar with that. But we changed the product in order for local deployments, meaning that the control over the whole system of multi-agent will be done completely private, so you don't need to access the internet if you need to do something that you can do local with information you have on your organization, basically. Okay? Why we create this solution? First of all, because multi-agents are basically the future in AI and IT field. And we can, at this point, use the solution to deploy a version on a local client. It can deploy the product in their own hardware or servers, or they can even have it in the cloud, but in a private and secure zone. So in this case, we are not basically sharing all the solutions we have with Copilot and Microsoft. They are truly awesome. But the majority of the clients we work a lot with small companies and small organizations. And sometimes what they have as feedback is that if we go to Microsoft, and even if they work with Microsoft products already, they have some questions about security, about sending their information into the Microsoft environments. And this is a solution that is an alternative. It's not doing the same thing as Copilot Studio or as every platforms that are now being launched by Microsoft itself, but have the advantage of enable companies to start with a base product that is already ready with multi-agent systems, with different kind of orchestrations. They use different kind of tools, and this is basically a base that small and medium companies can use to start using AI seriously and with a factor of security, let's say. The process. The main functionalities at this point, of course, as partners with Microsoft, one of the first things, and as we work with SharePoint for more than 20 years, the first thing that we needed to enable was a connection and a secure connection with Microsoft environments. And you can do that inside the platform because at this point, the platform itself, you can access it with Microsoft credentials, your own credentials in the organization, or you can create local accounts connected with local Active Directories and use the app from there, okay? Other things that we implemented on the base framework was a set of permissions and enabling permissions that allow us to differentiate the functionalities and how many people can access the functionalities and if they can use agents or specific agents or not, if they can use specific knowledge that you can have from local network, from local folders, or from cloud service. So basically the solution can work in an offline version, completely shut down from the internet, and it still runs, still do their work and their process. And you can have it also connected with the internet and have specific tools that connect itself with Microsoft services or any other service through APIs, for instance. The basic components of the solution. The base is a multi-agent system. We talk about this for a couple hours now. So we have the basic agent configurations. You can create and orchestrate teams of agents like we just see on Maria's presentation. You can do basically the same thing. but you can do it by yourself, or you can call us and we can help you to build up your process, your business, and orchestrations that go along with what you need and privately. Okay, this is one of the big things that distinguish the product is actually it allows you to not only connect to Microsoft APIs and OpenAI as LLMs, but you actually can have local LLMs running in the system through Ollama. We can have like DeepSeek, Mistral, and any other one that you can download from the Ollama library, let's say, you can basically have inside the solution and you don't need to code it, okay? Along with that, each agent will have a set of tools. The tools are the ones that will give the app, the agents, extra capabilities, along with, apart from the reasoning process of the agent itself. All the configuration, all the setup of the agent is exactly the same as the semantic kernel, which is basically the common sense in other frameworks too, as like MCP. The platform, our solution itself, not only connects with Graph API and the organization tenant itself through an app service that you can set up on Azure. And along with that, you can also connect with different type of applications through the tools. And this is one of the examples that we applied with a client. So one of the examples was a client is a marketing company, a marketing digital company. So they produce digital companies and they work along with influencers. And they reach us because they already use Microsoft and they have a proprietary system built a couple of years ago. And one of their bottlenecks, let's say, was that the platform itself was already connecting with a couple APIs or a couple external services they use to grab information about influencers, for instance. And this is part of their business model and the process they do when they receive a request from a client for a campaign with influencers. And one of the things they do is generate a couple scenarios with different setups that they present to their client, and their client will see those scenarios and will decide which is the scenario that he wants for that specific campaign. Okay? They used to do this process manually by going to each of their external services, log in, grab information or download information or export information. They used to do this for a couple of their third-party services, and they then mix all the information in spreadsheets, and from there they basically do a crunch of the information in order for them to create those scenarios. At this point, they have our solution, which connects automatically to the APIs on the external services and provide the scenarios in basically real time. So they just need to say what is the campaign, what are the setups, what are the limitations or the specifications of the campaign, and the system itself with organization or a team of agents is able to pick up the information from the APIs through the tools we have created and create or generate a couple of scenarios that they can use to present proposals to their clients. This is one of the examples of our product being used right now. Some of the roadmap that we have for the next couple months is to have extension by voice. That's one of the ones that we are trying to achieve at this point. Also, the multi-language, the platform is already in 5 languages. Spanish is one of them. but we want to have it in more language, and we are actually thinking about using an agent itself to make the translations. That's one of the things that we thought about. And then improve our tools, because the tools are the ones that give extra capabilities to the agents. So we are building specific tools for connecting with a lot of already known platforms like Jira, Slack, and Google Workspace. And what we intend with this platform is to work along with clients, small, medium companies, work along with them, give them this solution, teach them or coach them if they want to produce orchestrations and create agents themselves, or if they don't want to do that, they can come to us and we can work along with clients and figure out the best way to implement these multi-agent systems on their current business process. That's it. Thank you very much. Gracias.
I don't know, anyone has any questions? Maybe we can show the why Torpedo is Torpedo.
Yeah, you can, yeah, go ahead.
So let me.
Because it has nothing to do with bombs or missile, nothing to do with that.
Okay, so let me.
You're going to Wiki?
Yep. So actually, I think this is in Portuguese, but so basically the name comes from the torpedoid or the triangular format of the manta rays, or Torpedo pantera is one of the species, and we have one of the species are along the coast in Portugal, and Portugal was, as you know, we are sailors, and we just chose something that related to the sea, and that can be said in many languages in the same way. So torpedo is torpedo in Portuguese, or the same in Spanish, French, and in English, and Italian.
Yeah.
So
actually, the torpedo, the concept of the missile, the bombs, it came from this, basically. Okay, so this is the origin itself.
Yeah, so nothing related to missiles.
But we learned today that you had a comedy torpedo guy here in Spain.
Sí, les he dicho que le tenemos mucho cariño a la palabra por Chiquito de la Calzada aquí en España, por si no lo
que no lo
conocían.
sabíamos, que no lo sabíamos.
Entonces, que si notaban que nos hacía gracia la palabra, que es por eso, pero además que es con cariño, porque era un humorista muy querido aquí.
Gracias, gracias.
No sé si hay alguna pregunta. Bueno, pues nada, pues
Gracias.
terminamos. Pues
Venga.
muchas gracias a
Gracias.
ambos.
Gracias.
Y mira, si hemos ganado unos minutillos para la siguiente sesión, que es la sesión con las comunidades.